Hi, it's Lisa Meese again, and I'm talking some more about the business of professional cuddling. So, I am a verbal processor, and the more I talk to people about a thing, the more my language evolves. And I've noticed as I'm talking about the cuddling that I do, which is completely non-sexual, it's completely platonic, no sexual interaction, no sexual intention. And that's a little difficult sometimes for people to understand. And I've struggled a little to find the right language for that. And I found myself using the phrase, it's just cuddling. And what I intend to mean by that is it is platonic touch and no sexual touch. But I realized that the word just has this implication of being less than. And that got me thinking, what is it about cuddling that instinctively feels a little bit less than? Even to me, and I'm trying to build a business around it, and I feel like it's really important. And I know in my own life, if I'm not getting enough touch, not sex, but touch, it affects my mood and I get grumpy, and this is why I like to hug people. And so it's not that I don't value touch, but still this phrase kept coming out, how it was just cuddling. And it got me thinking about an essay that I read a couple of years ago on the relationship escalator. Maybe you have read this. If you Google it, you will find there's a bunch of essays out there on the web about this. And the idea is that the relationship escalator means that a relationship has a set path, that you meet and then you date and then you have sex and maybe you move in together and then you get married and you buy a house and you have kids. And there's this very narrow path and it's supposed to go kind of up the escalator, right? And I realized that we kind of have a touch escalator in our culture, right? Maybe you shake hands first, maybe a hug is on the lower levels, but then especially if it is a person with whom you might share a sexual attraction, we've got, levels like getting undressed or having certain kinds of sexual touch, and cuddling is at one of the lower levels in this escalator. But the thing is, just like the relationship escalator has all kinds of problematic elements to it, like not every relationship is going to culminate in a marriage and children. I have friendships with people that I'll never have a physical sexual interaction with, but that doesn't make their friendship any less valuable to me than the relationship that I have with my husband. And so if you look up this relationship escalator, you'll get a lot of great commentary on what the problems are with this paradigm. I think there are similar problems with the paradigm of a touch escalator, that you start with non-sexual touch and then sexual touch is the ultimate culmination of it, right? Sex is great. I like sex, but it is not the only valuable kind of touch in my life. It's probably not the only valuable kind of touch in your life either. And I wouldn't want it to be. I wouldn't want that to be true for anyone. There are all kinds of other options. And so it's sort of opening ourselves up to this idea that there's a whole continuum of types of touch that can be wonderful in our lives, and that platonic affection or cuddling isn't less than these other types of touch. It's just different. And that doesn't mean it's better or worse. It's just its own thing. So I think I'm going to stop trying to use the phrase just cuddling. Maybe I'll go with exclusively cuddling because exclusive sounds better. But there's not great language for some of this stuff. And it takes a lot of words to explain some of these ideas to people, which is kind of okay with me because I'm a word person and I like a lot of words. Words are my friends. I like them a lot. But maybe you have a suggestion for a briefer way I can articulate this. I'd love to hear it in the comments. If you're interested in having a session with me that is exclusively focused on cuddling and other forms of platonic touch, you can find me on cuddlist.com/Lisa, or on the Holding Space website, or here on my YouTube channel. I feel like people can find me online. I hope that is true, and I hope that you will. Have a great day. Thanks.